Bare Knuckle Choppers and Cycle Source magazine. This is going to be our first video tech article, so pretty excited about that. I'm going to give you a quick rundown on what we're doing and we're going to jump right into it. This is a Norton frame a local guy brought into us. He's in a competition, like an amateur build-off thing, and he wants us to hardtail it. It's a mid-70s Norton frame. Just going to do a simple hardtail deal. Made it a little bit more complicated. He's using a Suzuki rear wheel. So what I had to do initially was I water jetted these plates out with the metric axle plates instead of our normal standard stuff. Then had to change up a little bit of our fixturing to accept that. What we're going to do first, right now Randy is making a spacer for our motor mount because we're going to lop this whole back end off. We're going to put the spacer in here so we can relocate these, and we're basically going to use our frame as a jig. As you can see, we have spacer blocks in here. We got them parallel to the table, used the laser to find the center, locked our headstock down, tacked our frame rails to the frame and to the frame table, did our measurements for ride height, did our measurements for wheelbase, and we're ready to go. So as I said, we're going to use our frame as the fixture. We're going to put a spacer in here that's basically going to tell us where our motor mount is. We're going to put two pieces of tubing down to the frame rails themselves and then one up to the stress bar. And then when we cut away the old part of the frame, what will be left is this spacer right here that will locate our rear motor mount. Not the way to do things for production by any means, but on something like this where there's plenty of adjustability in the drivetrain after the fact, and it's only, I don't even know if that's 3/8 or 3/16 plate, it's really skinny material. We're going to build it up a little bit anyway and make it stronger, relocate a bunch of stuff. So hold tight for a couple minutes while I cut this away and Randy gets the spacer made. Alright, so on this part of our fixture, our little makeshift fixture, I notched a 1-inch fish mouth or cope or notch or whatever on the end of the tubing, and the tubing notcher like you saw, and that's going to fit right on this frame rail and the angle that we need to hit this fish mouth on this end is going to hit our spacer for our motor mount location. And if you get them just right, you know, we'll throw a little weld on there, keep them all in a good spot, and do the other side in the third one. Work of this part, I'm going to use a plasma cutter, and then I'm going to cut everything long, and I'll come back with a cutoff wheel and square everything up that I'm going to reuse. This will just get the bulk of the material out of my way, save a little bit of time, and then I can actually get in and clean everything up a lot better. So there we go. I don't know how well you can see it on the camera. You'll see that our laser is still directly top and bottom on our tube, which is very important because that means we stay square. It means this is all relative to the backbone or to the neck stock, head stock, and it's still centered up with our axle plates. So we're ready to carry on.
Performance at 314-432-61.
If you are able to begin Monday, I'll be doing the same show, just a different time. Now we can spend lunch together on 97.1.
This is our Miller Brothers air over hydraulic bender.
We saw a bright. There are elements of the near-death experience suggest there's something more to it.
Now, did you also point that theory of evolution supports the idea of an air fibrillation? How is this possible? Explain that.
Well, look at the.
Alright, so it's just a little bit high. All I need to do is relieve some of that, relieve some of the bend, and I'll show you a little trick that we use to do that.
After a long time, more and more showed the next pursuit.
Your business matters. If you could.
Two observations. This is for the whole set.
That'll do
For
it.
a limited time, thanks to
So now I'll take the other one and match it exactly. And we'll start grinding that back end in, and we can even tack it right now. I know this was 7 inches right here as I marked, so to make them identical, since Randy measured off of our squared up blocks here, they're same from side to side, our rear section symmetrical. All I need to do is pull back to 7 inches right here
until November 30th.
and head to the bender. Alright, I bit my second one. Lined it up with the one on the table, they're identical. Now I'll move to the other side to check it to make sure. Lines up beautiful. So we're ready for the next step.